Dion's looking to put distance on Scooter, but Scooter's not having it. He goes for the pass into the final 180. It's still Superman up front. He's over, and oh my goodness! Welcome, welcome, welcome to DRC Racing. It's semifinal time in the Open Street Championship. You're looking at the 4 diecast models that survived the quarterfinals and are ready to get started here in semifinal number 1. I'm Big Sam, your humble racing commentator from atop the big drop. I've spoken to the drivers. Everyone's excited to get started. Let's begin with Bolo Brown in the Lamborghini Sesto Elemento from the USA, racing out of Miniature Car Racing. It's Bolo Brown. He dominated the quarterfinals with 18 points, 2 bonuses, and 3 wins. He'll be tough to beat. He challenged Superman in the quarterfinals, who got 14 points, racing in the BMW M3. Hotwhees boys from New Zealand. Check out their YouTube channel. It's quite exciting. In quarterfinal 2, it was Scooter Roundwell. In the Ford GT, out of Spirit of 64 Racing, Scooter got 15 points in the first quarterfinal, dominated his race. His opponent in quarterfinal 1 was Nathan Never out of Croatia and Quick and Sick Racing. He'll be in the Classic 67 Firebird. Nathan managed 12 points in quarterfinal 1. And if you want to see some great driving, go back and watch race number 2 in the second quarterfinal. It was quite spectacular. It's race time. The cars are up at the top of the hill. They're in the gate, ready to get started for lap 1 of semifinal number 1. And there goes the JLH gate. Scooter takes an early lead. There are 3 cars bunched together. I don't see Nathan Never in that group. And there's Scooter running into the drop first. He'll get across easily, followed by Bolo Brown. And here comes Nathan for 4th. He doesn't get there across the ravine. Alert the ravine crew, we need help for Nathan. Nice jump, but no bonus for Scooter. Bolo Brown gets wide left and does collect a bonus. And Superman getting the distance across the finish line for 3rd place and the bonus. Nathan won't earn any points this round, being in the ravine. Scooter and Bolo are tied with 4, but just 1 point behind is the BMW and Superman. Dion. Look at the replay. Nice driving by Scooter. Handles that 180 well with a little drift at the end. Enters the big drop straight as an arrow and gets across the finish line. Look at this run out of the corner of my eye. Nathan with a barrel roll into the infield, onto the grass and back onto the track, spinning in reverse, and gets to the big drop. Unfortunately, he just didn't have the momentum to clear the ravine, or that would have been spectacular. Let's go on to race 2. They're already in the middle of it. Nathan has now taken control in front. Wide gap for the lead. Does a 180 and backs over the ravine, clearing it this time for 1st place. But he did not collect the bonus. We'll have to get a close look at who came in 2nd and 3rd. Here's the replay of Nathan power sliding down the big drop, and it is Bolo Brown that barrel rolls over the finish line for 2nd. Close behind is Superman, who does get the distance once again for a bonus, and 3rd place, and bringing up the rear is Scooter in the Lamborghini. Here's Nathan storming out to a big lead, handles the final 180 well, bouncy across the hills, lines up well for the big drop before he power slides into the finish line. And if you look at the scoreboard, it is still Bolo in front by 1 over Superman, but Scooter and Nathan are not far behind as we go into lap number 3. And the JLH gate is down once again. Nathan's right out in front again. It had a little trouble, but gets help from his friends behind. Closing the gap, it's a 4-way tight race. Nathan's still in front. As they head to the big drop, it's Nathan again. Oh, he gets a little air and rolls over again for 1st place. Bolo for 2nd. Scooter gets in there for 3rd. And it looked like Superman brought up the rear in 4th. Barrel rolls with no bonus. Definitely a bonus for Bolo in 2nd. Scooter in 3rd place does not get the bonus, but it's Superman once again getting the distance at the finish line for another bonus. albeit for 4th place. Here's the replay in the final 180. Nathan has turned his car around once again. He loves to drive in reverse. He's hitting the drop in that way and barrel rolls across for that win. The standings are much tighter now. It is 11 points for Lambo. They're leading, but there's a tie for second. And the Ford GT, Scooter Roundwell, is right there. It's anyone's race heading in to lap 4. Now, here we go, the prize of the century. It's the Countryman Mini Cooper 2011 for those that have predicted correctly in the quarterfinal races. Let's see if your team can make it through here in lap 4. We're off and running again. The final time for the JLH gate is down, and it's Scooter out in front in this race with Nathan close behind. Oh, but it looks like we've lost Nathan, unfortunately. Here's Scooter in front. Doesn't look like we got the bonus there. I'll have to check what Superman did. And Bolo gets across for 3rd. He's not going to get the bonus on that one. Let's check this replay again. Little helicopter maneuver, touches down just short. The same with Scooter. He only gets the 2nd place finish. There's Bolo Brown. Everyone's power sliding down the big drop and not getting the bonus in the momentum. And we have lost Nathan Never at the wrong possible moment. 0 points in the first race, 0 points in the 4th race. Great driving in between for Nathan. The grandson of famed racer from Croatia, Franjo Kovac, and his family are proud of Nathan's efforts today. But it was Scooter Roundwell coming across for 1st place in that particular race, and he needed it because it's Bolo Brown in front with 13 points and will advance to the semifinals. But there is a tie for 2nd place between Scooter Roundwell and Superman Dion, and we are going to have a race-off. The overtime rules are being handed to me. I'm going to read through those quickly while we take a look at a message from a new friend of the DRC. Open Garage. We're back for overtime. This is 2 extra frames. These 2 vehicles will race 2 times. This is extra frame number 1. Superman's in front, but there's a nice passing maneuver by Scooter Roundwell, who leads now into the final 180 and into the big drop. It's Scooter over the top, but Superman sails closely behind, getting the distance once again for the bonus. Here's the replay. Down the drop, it's Scooter. He noses over and does get across the finish line first, but Superman was working hard, getting across that finish line through the air, collecting the bonus. That's going to make it even. 4 points for the win for Scooter, 3 points for second, but the bonus to Superman evens things up in the first frame of overtime. Look at this replay of Scooter. The timing is perfect. Picks the right move, gets in front of Superman, and maintains the lead through the 180 and across the finish line. Excellent driving by both. Superman staying close behind, and he has got the legs and the jump. Look at this, flying through the air, landing on top of Scooter, and collecting 4 points for the effort. It's 4-4. This is the final frame. If we're tied after this frame, my guess is we're going to run it back. Let's see what happens here. They've switched lanes, and we're ready for extra frame number 2. Scooter's on the inside. Superman on the outside with the early lead. Dion's looking to put distance on Scooter, but Scooter's not having it. He goes for the pass into the final 180. It's still Superman up front. He's over, and oh my goodness! Superman crashes into the finish line. Scooter probably had no idea, but he gets across cleanly and finishes the race. With or without a bonus is not going to matter. Look at Superman. Off the left edge, bounces across the lane, and just smashes the kryptonite of the finish line and lands into the Dunlap Welcome Center, a new addition to the DRC finish line. Let's take a look at this again. There's the left edge. He angles back to the finish line, drills the finish line post, and Scooter bounces across without the bonus to collect 4 points for the win. That's going to do it. That's going to send Scooter to the finals in an unfortunate big lead accident by Superman Dion on his lid. The wrecking crew is there to see if everybody's okay. The welcome center is undamaged. I don't know if I can say the same about the finish line, but it looks okay as well. And that finish line really put an abrupt end to Superman's race. Look at that recoil and the finish line just shaking left and right, and Scooter coming across cleanly for the win. Wow, there we go. Bolo Brown in the Lamborghini. Scooter Roundwell in the Ford GT will be your first two finalists that we'll see next week. Congratulations to those two. For everyone that correctly predicted the Lamborghini and the Ford GT would advance and win the championship, you're still alive for the Mini Cooper. Here's the tournament bracket. You see the Lambo and the Ford GT already advancing into the finals. Next week, it'll be the advancers from quarterfinals 3 and 4, and they will face off next week to see who can meet those drivers already in the finals. We're starting off with Cyrano in another Ford GT 40, a Porsche 944 driven by Simon Harvey. Next up is the McLaren P1 driven by Kurt Daniger, who had a good quarterfinal finish. And finally, in the Koenigsegg Jesko is Elisabetta Simeoni. I hope I pronounced that well, Elisabetta. Thanks, everyone, for stopping by. This would be a great time to subscribe to the channel. It would really help out the DRC. Like and comment below. They're always welcome. Much props to our sponsors, Cliff International Raceway and RXGT Racing. And a shout out to DSPN, the Diecast Racing Channel news station. I'm Big Sam, your humble racing commentator. Thanks so much for stopping by. This has been the DRC, an exciting diecast racing experience. Join us next week for semifinal number 2. And the secret passphrase is body of water.